Hindi po ilang minuto lang po yan. And if you're really interested in knowing his condition, you should have asked the Senate physician. Why go to his room? Why?
Can you find
Sa tanong ni Kong Pimentel, medyo naipit si Paul Gutierrez, hindi makapaniwala si Gigi Suarez sa mga sagot ni Paul Gutierrez. Siya naman ay binanatan. Hindi rin makapaniwala si Kung Anjong. Siya ay binanatan ng tanong hanggang medyo mainit ang ulo. Siya ay medyo nasigawan.
May I know if Mr. Benny Deporta and Mr. Paul Gutierrez is present at this point?
Yes, Your Honor, I think Mr. Benny Deporta is here and Mr. Paul Gutierrez is here behind you, Your Honor.
Can we ask them so I can ask a question
Okay,
regarding to the affidavit of Mr. Guban?
Paige, can you please assist Mr. Deporta and Mr. Paul Gutierrez? So may I ask if Mr. Antiporta and Mr. Gutierrez has taken their oath? Have you taken your oath? Thank you. How about Mr. Paul Gutierrez? Have you taken your oath? Okay, so Comsec, please administer the oath of Mr. Paul Gutierrez.
Sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this congressional inquiries of you, God? Thank you, sir.
Okay, please
Mr.
proceed.
Chair, may I
Congressman
proceed?
Pimentel.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Paul Gutierrez. Saan ba dyan si Paul Gutierrez? Yun.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Saan po kayo naka-assign ngayon? Nasa gobyerno po ba kayo? Kasi I understand a month ago you were assigned sa kung saan government agency yun.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I was the previous executive director of our Presidential Task Force on Media Security. My services was expired only last September 12, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Mr.
Recording
Paul
in
Gutierrez.
progress.
Mabuti nandito po kayo, Mr. Paul Gutierrez. Kasi dito sa sinumpang salaysay ni Jimmy Guban, paragraph 18. While I was detained at the Senate, a media personnel who introduced himself as Paul Gutierrez, who worked as staff of Secretary Benny Antaporda, accompanied by a Blue Ribbon Committee staff, came to my room at the Senate where I was detained, and thereafter, wag mong banggitin ang mga pangalan nila Pulong, Michael Yang at Mans. Alam naman namin kung saan ka nakatira, ang pamilya mo. Alam din namin na nasa Makati anak mong lahat. Did you make this threat when Mr. Jimmy Guban was detained at the Senate premises?
No, Mr. Chairman. I categorically deny the lies being spread by Mr. Guban in this committee, Mr. Chairman.
But you were there during the hearings.
Mr. Chairman, at the time I was assigned as a reporter for People's Journal Tonight, my beat is the Senate. That's why I'm always there to cover all the hearings and all the developments in the Senate and also at the Bureau of Customs, Mr. Chairman.
Remember, Mr. Paul Gutierrez, that you just took your oath.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
So there are two versions of this issue. one person is saying that you went to his room and you made the threat and you're denying it.
No, Mr. Chairman, I'm denying the lies that he told this committee. When this issue was first brought up, when these lies was first propagated by Mr. Guban during the hearing on August 26, I already issued a statement confirming that I indeed went to see him in his detention room in the Senate, but I denied that I made those threats to him, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, it's very clear, Mr. Chair. Kaklaruhin lang natin. Kasi kanina, the impression, the perception that you gave this hearing or this committee is that you never went to the room of Mr. Jimmy Guban. Pero ngayon, sinasabi mo, you admit that you went to the room of Jimmy Guban and you went to talk to him. Ngayon, ang tanong ko, Mr. Paul Gutierrez, ano ang pakay mo doon? Bakit mo pinuntahan si Mr. Jimmy Guban sa kwarto doon sa Senado?
Well, Mr. Chairman, at that time, let me kindly allow me to put a little context dun po sa pagbisita ko po sa kanya. At that time po, matagal na po siyang nagtetestify sa Senado at katulad po ng kanyang ginagawa ngayon, marami na naman po siyang palabas. At that time, we were really curious kung talaga ba siya po ay may sakit, kinakapos ang hininga, tumataas ang blood pressure. Yan po ang style ni Mr. Guban nung pa man sa Senado No?
Sandali, Mr. Paul Gutierrez, ikaw ba ang doktor ng Senado? Bakit
Hindi po,
sasabihin
hindi po.
mo doon na you wanted to see the health condition of Mr. Guban? You told me, or you told this committee earlier, that you were a media personnel when the Senate hearing was being conducted.
Tama po.
Ngayon, ang tanong ko, answer me in simple terms,
Apo.
bakit ka pumunta, anong oras ka pumunta doon sa kwarto ni Jimmy Guban?
Hindi ko na po ma-recall nung oras, Mr. Chairman.
Kaya bata ka pa naman, Mr. Paul Gutierrez, do not say lies.
Hindi po ako nagsisinungaling, Mr. Chairman. I went
You know, gabi o araw ka
Araw
pumunta?
po yun, araw.
Araw.
Opo.
Mga umaga o hapon?
I believe after the hearing po yun, siguro po mga after lunch po siguro.
Yan. Mas
Hindi-
malinaw.
Opo.
Never tell lies here in the hearing. Kasi we want to ferret out the truth. Ngayon, pumunta ka, pumasok ka doon sa kwarto ni Jimmy Guban sa Senado, may kasama kang staff ng Senado. Ano ang pakay mo doon kay Jimmy Guban? Yun ang tanong.
Opo. Gusto ko lamang po at the time unang-unang makita personally kung totoo po ba yung kondisyon niya maayos po ba ang kanyang kalusugan.
Hindi ka naman doktor, Mr. Paul Gutierrez. Yun lang ang pakay mo?
Hindi po.
Para tignan lang kung
Hindi po.
anong health condition ni
At
That is a very flimsy excuse.
Hindi.
Why are you a doctor? Why are you so concerned with the health of Jimmy Guban? Why don't you tell us the truth? What is the real reason why you went to the room of Mr. Jimmy Guban? You tell this committee because you want to see the health condition of Jimmy Guban? You're not even a personnel of the Senate? O, pasabihin mo ang totoo. Ano ang pakay mo? Bakit ka pumunta doon sa kwarto ni Jimmy Guban?
Tinanong ko rin po, unang-una po, sa pagkakatanda ko po, tinanong ko po si Mr. Guban, kumusta ba ang kanyang pakiramdam. At naitanong ko rin po sa kanya, at ito naman po ay napatunayan ng mga sumunod na pangyayari, na ano po ang gagawin niya sakaling siya po ang ilaglag ni Mr. Asierto, ni Colonel Asierto. At sinabi naman po niya na hindi pwede nilang gawin sa akin yan dahil mas marami akong alam sa kanila. At yan naman po yung napatunayan po. In the end of the day po, ang nilaglag po niya ay si Colonel Asierto. Pero yun pong sinasabi niyang tinakot ko po siya, Mr. Chairman, on behalf of the people that I don't know personally and who don't know me personally, hindi po nangyari yun, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Paul Gutierrez, Mr. Chair, isalaysay mo nga dito, daan-daan mong isalaysay, pagpasok mo doon, hanggang natapos lumabas ka, ano ang pinag-usapan ninyo ni Mr. Guban?
Ang natatandaan ko po,
Simulan mo from the very beginning. Sabi mo, kamusta ang katawan mo, kamusta ang health mo, o sunod, anong tinanong mo?
tapos nga po, tinanong ko po siya kung anong gagawin niya sakali pong ilaglag nga po siya ni na Colonel Asierto, sabi po niya, hindi po pwede yan kasi mas marami kong alam sa kanila. Tinanong ko rin po siya kung yung pong isang dating opisyal ng National Press Club na palagi po namin nakikita sa hearing, kung yun ba ang kanyang kaibigan na nag-PPR sa kanya, hindi po siya umimik dun sa tanong na yun.
Ano pa, Mr. Paul Gutierrez?
Yun lang po ang natatandaan ko, Mr. Chairman, sapagkat kung may bahid po ng katotohanan ng sinasabi po ni Mr. Guzman, Mr. Chairman, unang-una po, dapat po ako po ay pinagalitan ng chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Dapat din po, nasisigurado ko sapagkat kasama po namin doon ang isang security po ng Senate, nasisigurado ko pong isusumbong po ako ng Senate security sa aking maling ginawang aksyon. At nasisigurado ko rin po, dahil stricto po si Chairman na Dick Gordon ng mga panahon na yon, ay malamang po hindi na po ako nakapag-cover pa ng anumang balita sa
Mr.
Senado.
Chair, Mr. Paul Gutierrez, ikaw ay nagsisunungaling, very clear. Bakit? Kaano-ano mo ba si Jimmy Guban? Why are you so concerned about him na binisitahan mo siya doon in spite na labag doon sa rules ng Senado? Why are you so concerned with Jimmy Guban?
may permission.
Gaano ba mo siya? Kaibigan mo ba siya?
Hindi
Kamag-anak
po.
mo ba siya?
Hindi po. Hindi ko nga, nakita ko nga lang po siya sa
Just
nakita ko.
because of that, because of your concern, you go to a resource person of the Senate hearing when you know it is not allowed, when you know na labag yun sa rules ng Senado, para lang tignan siya, tapos baka ilaglag siya, yun lang.
I'm
Hindi
sorry.
ka pinapaniwala yan, Mr. Paul
I'm sorry, Mr.
Gutierrez.
Chairman, but hindi po concerned. Maybe po yung pong pagiging curious ng isa pong reporter kung ano ba talaga ang katotohanan po sa sinasabi po nitong
Ewan ko, Mr.
witness na
Chair,
ito.
kayo ba ay naniniwala na pumunta doon si Mr. Paul Gutierrez dahil lamang curious siya? Dahil concerned siya sa health ni Mr. Guban? O kung concerned siya baka ilaglag? Naniniwala ba kayo doon? Well, this representation does not believe you. There is a deeper reason, there is a more compelling reason why you went to the room of Mr. Jimmy Guban, and the main reason for that is that you threatened him to keep silent. Sinabihan mo sa kanya na huwag kang magsalita, huwag mong banggitin itong mga tao nito. Alam namin yung pamilya mo, alam namin saan nag-aaral. Yun ang pinuntahan mo doon, Mr. Paul Gutierrez.
Hindi po.
Mr. Jimmy Guban, andyan, kaharap tayong tatlo. Kaharap tayo sa buong
Your Honor, yun ho ang pinakamagaling na magsinungaling na reporter. Dahil ano po ang pinakadahilan bakit niya ako pupuntahan sa kwarto ko na hindi nga kami magkakilala. Hindi ko siya kaano-ano. Hindi rin ako humihingi ng tulong sa kanya. Wala naman po ako nagpasabi na, Mr. Paul, tulungan niyo nga po ako dahil malakas kayo kay ganito. In fact, Your Honor, hindi ko rin ho kilala si Mr. Bini Antiporda. Sa kanya ko lang din nakilala at nalaman ko rin lang doon na si Bini Antiporda at Michael Yang at siya. Di man ako nag-i-interest sa National Press Club, that is not my job. Siya na din ang nagsabi. Doon ko lang din po, Your Honor, nalaman na sila ang officers ng National Press Club. Hindi ko po kilala, Your Honor.
Pakisabi mo dito sa komitiba, ano talaga ang sinabi sa iyo ni Mr. Paul Gutierrez? Kasi puro kalokohan yung sinasabi niya eh.
Your Honor, he threatened me na pag binanggit ko ang pangalan ni Michael Yang, Pulong Duterte, Mans Carpio, and his boss, Bini Antiporda, mamamatay kaagad ako kasama ang pamilya ko, lalo na kung ako ilipat na kaagad sa Pasay City Jail. So that is their plan. So doon po nila ako ternitin. At may kasama po yan, hindi po guard, empleyado ng Blue Ribbon na babae. Kaya nga po nga ako binuksan dahil yun ang pumatok sa pinto. Tiga Blue Ribbon to. Inadmit niyo po, sana admitin niya kung sino rin po yung empleyado na kasama niya.
Thank you, Mr. Jimmy Guban, Mr. Chair. this representation, mas naniniwala sinasabi ni Mr. Guban. Because yung sinasabi ni Mr. Paul Gutierrez na pumunta doon siya sa kwarto para tignan lang yung kondisyon ng katawan ni or yung health condition at saka concern siya, hindi man nakaano-ano si Jimmy Guban. It's very clear, Mr. Chair, that this person is lying. Now, may I now ask Mr. Benny Antiporda? Benny, good afternoon.
Good afternoon
Binanggit
po.
ni Jimmy Guban that you tried to call him 3 times dito sa affidavit po niya. Totoo po ba ito?
Wala pong katotohanan yan. In the first place, hindi ko po siya kilala, hindi ko alam ang number niya, at lalong hindi ko rin po kilala yung mga sinasabi niyang taong connected po sa akin, especially po si Mans Carpio, si Michael Yang, at ito pong si Congressman Pulong. Hindi po, in any way, hindi ko po pa sila nakausap, personally or digital, wala ho talaga. Electronically, wala po. Hindi ko sila nakausap at hindi ko rin po sila kilala. Kilala ko lang po sila dahil mga personalities po sila na nakikita po natin sa TV. And dito naman po sa sinabi po ni Colonel Asierto, well, hindi ko po dinideny na nagkaroon po kami ng pagkikita, pero ito po isang casual na pag-uusap noong September po. Dito po, nandito pa ho yung text. Ako po inimbitahan lamang ni Raymond Burgos na isa rin pong kasama sa pamamahayag na dati rin pong taga People's Journal na mag-merienda sa UCC Cafe dito po sa Tomas Morato. At doon po, nandito nga po yung date para ho September 13, 2018. Etong date na to, hindi ko po alam kung nag-umpisa na po yung Blue Ribbon investigation o hindi. Pero wala ko kami pinag-usapan tungkol doon sa Blue Ribbon eh. Ang alam ko kung pinag-usapan namin is nagkaroon lang ng kwentuhan at he's trying to reach out to the present administration dahil bad-looking po si Asierto when it comes to doon nga po sa pagkakatanggal niya sa PNP. So, hindi ko po siya kamiting. Ang kamiting ko po si Raymond Burgos na kami po nagkita long time no see po kami. Dahil ang huling communication po namin ni Raymond Burgos is nung February 15, nung magbe-birthday po kasi ako at iniimbitahan ko si Senator Ping Lacson at that time. Kaya kausap ko po siya dahil siya po ang PR ni Senator Lacson din po. No po? So, nagtataka po ako bakit ganyan po yung naging statement ni Colonel Asierto na wala po kaming pinag-usapan tungkol po sa tungkol sa drugs or anything. Wala po. Ang alam ko pong napag-usapan nga po namin yan pong issue nga po ng AK-47 na vehemently dinideny niya. No po? So, nagugulat po ako. Anong concern ko para pakialaman ko yung drug problem nila? Wala ko eh. At yung Charlie po, uulit-ulitin ko po, yung Charlie po kahit na ho sa panaginip, hindi ko pa nakikita at hindi ko rin ho kilala. Hindi ko ho kilala si Charlie. Wala akong kilala Charlie. No po?
Mr. Chair, okay na yun.
Okay, salamat po.
Ngayon, Benny, tanong ko, kilala mo ba itong si Miss Mangawang ng Bureau of Customs?
Opo. Kilala ko. Official po siya ng Bureau of Customs.
Nasaan na po ito ngayon?
Ang alam ko, official pa rin po siya ng Bureau of Customs.
Mr. Chair, I believe that we should call this person to the next hearing. Kasi based on the affidavit of Mr. Jimmy Guban, paragraph 20, sinasabi ni Jimmy Guban na itong si Miss Mangawang o the Bureau of Customs called him. Tapos sinabi ni Miss Mangawang na yung Bicaba trading shipment which contained illegal drug shipments. Sinabihan si Guban na, Jimmy, anong magagawa dyan sa shipment na yan? Kinaparing Benny Antiporda yan. Sabi naman ni Jimmy, wala na akong magagawa. Huli na yan. So, ito ba, Mr. Benny Antiporda, totoo po ba ito na kasama ka dun sa shipment ng illegal drugs? Kasi sinasabi niya, baka may magagawa pa tayo dyan. Kinaparing Benny Antiporda yan.
Sir, makikita, Mr. Chair, makikita naman po natin, they contradict their own statements. it is clear that Colonel Asierto said that I'm not in any way connected or have knowledge on shipments of drugs, no? Because in the first place, I hate drugs. People know that. Even my own family, kapag na-involve po sa drugs, ako po mismo nagpapakulong. Tauhan ko po, ako rin po nagpapakulong. On record po yan, kaya ko pong pangalanan isa-isa yan.
Chairman,
Uh,
Mr. Chairman.
Congressman Paduano, with the indulgence of Congressman Pimentel. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, just to make it clear that the statement of Sir Bennett Porta, Asierto never tell this committee that you are not involved. Wala siyang holding sa'yo. Wala siyang information. But it does not follow. Kaya pakik-correct lang po yung statement mo because there is no conclusion yet with regards to the statement of Asierto. Don't use that statement. Wala siyang holdings. Wala siyang inter-report sa'yo. But again, that does not follow. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to correct the statement of Ate Porta.
With due respect to the Congressman, thank you for that clarification, Mr. Chair. But again, that is how I understand the statement of the good
That's how you understand, but that is not the truth. As if the statement of Asierto, parang wala kang kinalaman, but that is not conclusive.
Mr. Chair, I have no part.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, ganito lang po, with the indulgence of Congressman Pimentel. Mr. Chairman, may I move that we invite Mr. Charlie Tan because Charlie Tan was mentioned and Benny Porta denies that he knew Charlie Tan. At the same time, Mr. Chairman, I also move to invite Councilor Small. Do you know Councilor Small? Oh, you don't know again? Oh, Mr. Chairman, we invite Councilor Small, Abiliar, and Charlie Tan at the next hearing para magkalaman-laman.
There's a motion to invite Mr. Charlie Tan and Councilor Small Abilera in the next scheduled committee hearing of the Quad Committee. Are there any second? Duly seconded. Are there any objections? Hearing none,
Mr.
the
Chairman,
motion is
Mr.
approved.
Mr. Chairman,
Wait. Di tayo nagmamadali. We have all day.
Yes.
Okay, isa-isa
Mr.
lang.
Chair.
Isa-isa lang.
Yes.
Okay. You first and then Congressman Dan Fernandez.
As per information of the COMSEC, Mr. Chairman, and the staff, Charlie Tan was already invited. I do not know for today. So, Mr. Chairman, with that, I move, since he's not present without any excuse, I move that we issue a show cause order for Mr. Charlie Tan. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there is a motion to issue a show cause order to Mr. Charlie Tan for failing to attend the scheduled committee hearing today and duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
And also, Mr. Chairman, I move that we issue a show cause order for Mr. Small Abiliar. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Show cause order?
Because he's also, as per information, he's also invited to today's hearing.
Okay, so there's a motion to issue a show cause order to Mr. Nilo Small Abilera for failing to attend our committee hearing today. Any second? Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Chairman,
Before Congressman Suarez, Congressman Dan Fernandez.
I was about to ask also the COMSEC if we have already invited the two personalities and the same question that I'll be asking sana, but it was already been moved by Congressman, Chairman Paduano.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Dan Fernandez. Yes, Congressman J.G. Suarez.
Mr. Chairman, just point of clarification. I'm taking down notes kasi dito sa talakayan na nangyayari. Matanong ko lang po to si Mr. Jimmy Guban.
With the indulgence of Congressman,
I think,
with the indulgence of Congressman Pimentel.
I'm done, Mr. Chair. I have no
Okay,
further
thank you.
questions.
Congressman Suarez, please
Thank
proceed.
you very much, Mr. Chair. Mr. Jimmy Guban, at the time na kayo po ay nasa Senado, kayo po i-detain. Ano po ang dahilan kung bakit kayo nasa kwarto?
Detained po ako, Your Honor. I was cited in contempt, Your Honor. On the very first day, Your Honor, I was already cited in contempt.
So doon ka natutulog?
Opo, Your Honor.
So I just find it a little bit awkward, Mr. Chair, kasi tulad sa atin dito sa Kongreso, pag meron po tayong mga taong nakadetain sa ating facility, medyo mahigpit po yung protocols bago mapuntahan po sila sa kanilang kwarto. Hihingi pa po ng pahintulot yan at magpapaalam pa po sa ating Sergeant at Arms. May proseso po yun. So matanong ko lang si Mr. Paul Gutierrez. Mr. Gutierrez, you admitted that you went to the room of Mr. Jimmy Guban. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Freely? With
No, Mr. Chairman. With the approval of the chair of the Blue Ribbon at the time, Senator Gordon. That's
So,
why
meron po
ako-
ba kayong papel o dokumento na magsasabi na pinahintulutan kayo ng chairman na makausap si Mr. Jimmy Guban?
Wala po, Mr. Chairman. Pero at that time po,
So, paano po namin malalaman na nagsasabi po kayo ng katotohanan na talagang pinayagan kayo na kausapin si Jimmy Guban?
well, Mr. Chairman, siya na nga po nagsabi na may kasama po kung...
Hindi. Ang tanong ko po ay paano po kami maniniwala na pinayagan po kayo ni Chairman Richard Gordon para makausap si Jimmy Guban? Kasi sinabi po ninyo pinayagan kayo.
Opo,
So pag
opo.
pinayagan kayo, may dokumento po yun.
Verbal lang po yun, Mr. Chairman. Bang tipong, Mr. Chair, can I go visit? Tingnan ko lang kung ano talaga ang sitwasyon.
And is this a practice that
No,
you
no,
regularly do to all detained persons in the Senate?
Hindi naman po, Mr. Chairman. Parang, kasi nga, very brief lang naman po yung ano.
So it's not a regular practice you do.
Hindi po, parang humingi lang po ako ng pabor, gano'n, na napagbigay
Hindi.
naman po.
Okay, so humingi ka ng pabor at hindi regular practice na ginagawa mo na bumisita sa mga
Hindi po,
detained.
hindi po.
Kung hindi siya regular practice, bakit parang napaka-special naman at hindi mo talagang ginagawa kasi lang para kay Jimmy Guban, humingi ka ng pahintulot sa chairman para lang makausap siya. What makes Jimmy Guban so special from all those that were previously detained in the Senate that you actually went out of your way, went to the chairman of the Blue Ribbon, asked for permission to go see Mr. Guban, and went to go see Mr. Guban? What was so special about Mr. Guban that you had to exercise all this effort just to go see him?
Mr. Chairman, again, as I've stated as a reporter, curious po kung malaman yung
Hindi, alam mo, Mr. Gutierrez,
Apo.
kung sasabihin mo po sa akin na curious ka lang sa kalusugan niya, ang dami pong nakukulong dyan sa Senate at dami din na sa citing contempt. Hindi ka rin ba curious sa lahat ng katayuan ng kalusugan ng lahat na nakukulong doon sa detention facility nila? Inamin mo lang ngayon, kay Mr. Guban mo lang po ginawa yun eh. Yun ang hindi ko po masyado maintindihan.
Pagpamanin po ninyo, Mr. Chairman, kung I'm creating a very negative impression, baka po
No. I'm just trying to see it as the way it is. You admitted that it's not a regular practice for you to go see detained individuals. Sinabi niyo po yun. However, in the case of Mr. Guban, you went to go see the senator, the chairman, which is not easy to do. Humingi ka ng pahintulot na nakausapin siya, binigyan ka ng pahintulot, sinamahan ka, at si Mr. Guban ang kinausap mo. Kasi hindi mo talaga ginagawa ito eh. Ang hindi ko po masyado maintindihan, bakit sa lahat ng mga tao na nandoon, na nakukulong, na nasa citing contempt, kay Mr. Guban mo lang po na ginawa yun. Yun lang po ang hindi ko masyado maintindihan.
I understand, Mr. Chairman, pero at the time po kasi particular po yung ibang, kumbaga po yung kaso kasi masarap pong sundan eh. When you're there from the day one, di po ba yung panahon po na
Ganito na lang,
pinuksan sa MIP, yung
tapusin
ano
na lang
po.
natin yung kwento sa may interest ka sa kaso, gano'n.
Maganda po yung kaso.
Maganda yung kaso.
Maganda po yung kaso. In fact, dala ko po rito, Mr. Chairman, with your kind permission, and I believe I've already submitted all of the articles I wrote at the time dito po sa atin pong secretariat. Mamani na lang po kung kukunti po ang dala ko pong kopya ngayon. And from there, you will also see na hindi po malabong magalit po sa akin si Mr. Guban at magtanim siya ng galit hanggang ngayon sapagkat wala naman po talagang akong naisulat na maganda po hinggil sa kanyang mga ginawa at mga pangyayari sa custom ng mga panahon.
Anyway, yun lang po, Mr. Gutierrez, ang tinatahi ko lang po dito sa mga notes na ginagawa ko. Kasi doon sa kwento na nangyayari, yun lang po yung hindi ko masyado matugma. Parang special case lang po itong si Mr. Jimmy Guban. So, Mr. Jimmy Guban, other than Mr. Gutierrez, was there any other personality that went to go visit you while you were detained at the Senate facility?
No, except my family, Your Honor.
So, maliban sa pamilya mo, si Mr. Gutierrez lang.
Your Honor, siya lang. Then the later part, Your Honor, inalaw naman na yung iba ko. Of course, yung lawyers, then other relatives.
Okay. Maraming salamat. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to get that clear. Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair. Very quick.
Yes,
With the indulgence of
Congresswoman
Congresswoman Jinky.
Yes, please proceed.
Yeah, very quick. In relation to the question of DSJJ, I'd like to ask Jimmy Guban. Jimmy, matatandaan mo ba ilang minuto o ganong katagal yung pagbisita sa'yo ni Mr. Paul Gutierrez?
Your Honor, few minutes lang ho.
Few minutes? Okay. Mr. Paul, Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask Mr. Paul Gutierrez, following the logic, the line of questioning of DSJJ, sabi mo, you went beyond to source out your information because maganda para sa yung story niya. So, you were there as to what? Just simply ask him his condition, di ba? Tama po ba yung pagkarinig ko?
Among the things, Mr. Chairman,
Were you trying to do a exclusive interview with Jimmy Guban?
Opo, Mr. Chairman. And in fact,
wait lang.
in my...
So, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Go ahead po.
Di ba, as a media practitioner, it takes some time to require o to nakadetain po siya, di ba?
Opo.
You should, di ba, so ibig sabihin parang ano po yung pagbigay sa iyo ng permit na bisitahin si Jimmy Guban? Did you ever mention to the chairman, for example, that you will be seeking an exclusive interview with Jimmy Guban?
Ang natatandaan ko pong sinabi ko po is, Sen, baka pwede ko bang masilip si Guban nun? Tingnan ko nga kung totoo ba.
Well, that would constitute lying to the chairman of the Blue Ribbon Committee. If you are indeed, wait lang, if you are indeed seeking for an exclusive interview, it will take more time than ilang minutes ba ang Jimmy Guban yung ano mo?
Your Honor, few minutes.
Few minutes.
Opo.
So ibig sabihin, now you're telling me that you are trying to seek an exclusive one-on-one interview with Jimmy Guban kasi masyadong masarap sa'yo, sa word mo, masarap ang istorya, and yet hindi mo sinabi sa chairman ng Blue Ribbon Committee na yun ang gagawin mo, and yet hindi mo sinabi dito sa committee na ito. Ang sinabi mo originally is gusto mo lang bisitahin si Jimmy Guban dahil gusto mo lang malaman kung ano yung kalagayan niya.
As I mentioned, Mr. Chairman, curious nga po ako sa ano.
But I presume that as a experienced media practitioner, you went beyond your call of duty. Dapat ho, pag ang bit ninyo is Senate, in fact, dapat satisfied ka na kung ano yung mga testimonies nila kino-cover nyo sa Senate while they're doing the investigation. We also have a House Media Corps here. So ang ginagawa po ng mga media natin dito, kasi House rules, dapat makipag-coordinate sila sa SecGen. Dapat kung meron mang, tama po yung sinabi ni DSJJ, kung meron pong bibisita na media dyan sa detention facility, dapat mag-course through sila ng proper request. Kasi hindi basta-basta yan pinupuntahan And karamihan po sa mga media house na ang bit nila dito sa House of Representatives, they only cover whatever is being discussed during the committee. And yet you, as a media practitioner, you went beyond yung regular na processes ninyo. Kasi pumunta ka mismo sa kanya Kasi sinabi mo, gusto mo lang batiin at tingnan yung kalagayan niya. And now you're telling me, based on what I asked of you, will you be doing exclusive interview? Sabi mo, yes. Ilang minutes lang pala yung mo dun Can you actually extract information by just simple, kumusta na yung kalagayan mo? Or if you're really wanting to do an exclusive interview with him?
Mr. Chairman, among the critical question lang naman nga po na tinanong ko sa kanya, ano ang gagawin niya kung inilaglag siya, kung siya ang idiinin, asyerto. At sabi nga po niya sa akin, hindi po pwede, mas marami akong alam sa kanila. So it would not take me several minutes or hours, Mr. Chairman, to
You know, you're being absurd, Mr. Paul Gutierrez. Because I know you to be a smart and intelligent media practitioner. You would not do that to seek for a one-on-one interview. Just simply to ask the person, kumusta ka, for several minutes. Alam mo, marami po kami dito na i-interview ng matagal. Lalo na pag one-on-one. Hindi po ilang minuto lang po yan. And if you're, please, why? Tell me, because hindi namin mapagtagpi yung rason mo. Because I believe that you are really a professional media practitioner. And I do believe that you are. That's why it's for your reputation to do that. It's impossible for me. Alam niyo po yung standard, ethical standard ng journalism. Hindi ho ba? Member ho ba kayo ng KBP?
Opo.
Oh, di ba? You cannot just simply go to a detained person without asking the necessary request from, for example, if detained yan. Di ho ba?
Tama po, opo, Mr. Chairman.
So I mean, at least at the very least, you have violated several ethical standards as being a journalist. Why gone through that, why do you have to do that just so that you can ask Mr. Guban, how is he? Is it correct na may tension niya is pa fluctuating? And now you're telling me, dahil tinanong kita, na actually gusto mo is exclusive interview kasi masarap sa yung balita. And yet, ilang minuto ka lang nagstay doon.
Yes,
You should have used that access na binigay sa iyo, if it's true na binigay sa iyo ni Senator Gordon, na umupo doon ng 2 oras kung exclusive yung interview mo doon. Gusto mo?
Not necessarily, Mr. Chairman. I believe in the context na iniisip po ninyo na exclusive interview na
No, I
dapat
ask you that, no?
magtatagal.
We can go back to the
Hindi po
records.
ganun eh. Hindi
We can
po.
go back to the records. I ask you that kasi masarap, sabi mo, yung interested ka doon sa istorya.
Opo.
Oh, so I presume, since you are a very good media practitioner, I ask you, were you seeking to have an exclusive interview with Mr. Guban? You said yes. We can go back to the records.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I mean, in that sense, Mr. Chairman, yung sinasabi ko pong makakuha ng exclusive interview sa kanya is yung makakuha lang po ba ng kahit po isa kaprasong lang at pwede na po sa akin yun.
So assuming without conceding that you really did want to hold an exclusive interview, how is your questions to Mr. Guban, kung kumusta na siya, help you, your article, to print out a magandang balita? Well, how is kumusta ka na? Tama, hindi pala, wait lang, let me ask you this. Yung sinabi mong gusto mong malaman is kung yung condition niya, no? Okay, nabinigay niya sa'yo kung totoo. Assuming na yun ang talagang tinanong niya sa'yo. Tell me, and please convince me, Mr. Paul Gutierrez, Mr. Chairman, how is getting that answer from Mr. Guban about his condition make your story worth reading?
Well, Mr. Chairman, again, with your kind indulgence, Mr. Chairman, nandito naman po lahat ng mga artikulong nagawa ko.
No, you answer my question first before I will
My
read
answer to your
article.
question, Mr.
How
Chairman,
is knowing his condition make your story worth reading to the public?
Because Mr. Chairman, after seeing his demeanor at the time, I'm convinced na hindi po totoong masama ang kanyang kalusugan.
And that's the only story that you want to print
That's
out?
why, Mr. Chairman, lahat po ng mga sinulat ko, narito po lahat yan, I believe this will be the basis kung bakit po nagalit siya sa akin.
Ilang minutes
Dahil nga po, nilagay ko po dito, ako rin po una nagsabi na ilalaglag po niya si Colonel Asierto. Ako rin po ang...
Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for that. I just want to press on that issue because I want to go with, I want to at least, try to understand the circumstance between the meeting of these two. As an average-minded person, I want to know exactly what happened. Yung oras na nag-usap sila, ilang minuto, and his access to the detention, his very access to the detention facility of Mr. Guban to visit him is his being a media practitioner. So gusto ko lang pagtagpi-tagpi. Now, I'm not convinced that just simply asking Mr. Guban his condition is worth to write in his article and worth for the public to read. Now, he can simply ask that to the Senate physician. Mr. Chair, Mr. Paul Gutierrez, I just want to remind you po, please be straightforward and be honest with your answers. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
briefly lang.
Thank you, Congressman Adyong, Congressman Keith Flores, and then
Just two questions lang in relation to this matter, Mr.
Congressman
Chair.
Dan Fernandez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I would just like to know how long Mr. Paul Gutierrez has been covering the Senate.
Thank you for the question, Mr. Chairman. Actually, I brought with me here.
It's a simple question. How many years have you been covering the Senate?
Well, my old IDs showed that I'm already covering the Senate since 2011, Mr. Chair.
In 2011, up to the time you visited Mr. Jimmy Guban, how many detainees did you visit in their room to check on their medical condition?
Parang pong wala po, Mr. Chair.
Wala. So only Mr. Jimmy Guban ang binisita mo to check on his medical condition of the years that you've spent covering the Senate, correct?
Wala naman. Yes, Mr. Chairman.
That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman Flores. Congressman Fernandez.
Mr. Chairman, medyo curious lang ako daw, Mr. Paul Gutierrez, doon sa mga articles that you have written. How many articles are you holding right now?
Siguro po mga nasa mahigit 20 po ito, Mr. Chairman. I made a submission much earlier po nung una pong nabanggit yung akin pong pangalan dito po sa pagdinig sa atin pong secretariat. Meron po akong extra dito, Mr. Chairman. I'm willing to give it to you later.
And all those articles have been published?
Opo, Mr. Chairman. Na-publish po ito.
Exclusive story po yung ginawa niya.
Yung iba po dito, exclusive. Yung pong iba dito, if you're familiar, if you're getting ika nga yung pong flow nung akin pong kinukwento, bakit ko po siya binisita doon, makikita po ninyo sa flow ng aking mga inilabas na balita. Not many of them are taken in that very brief time po na magkausap po kami doon po.
Sige, Mr. Gutierrez, kindly submit all those articles
Yes, Mr.
in this committee. Maraming salamat po. In the spirit of fairness, I will be accepting all those documents pertaining to your articles. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.